Good morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this very, very quick episode. I am going to be talking to you today about confidence. And I'm very excited. I have a new setup where I'm going to be going live every once in a while, giving you a couple of stories of incidents in my life which have given me some valuable lessons. I'm going to be sharing them with you. And today I'm going to be talking to you about the day I tore my pants in Vietnam when I was 3 hours away from the hotel and no change of pants available. And it was
awkward.
That's right. It was very awkward. So I have this live setup where I can press some buttons and a whole bunch of things. First of all, in case you don't know who I am, my name is Muneer, and I am the occasional hypnotist. I'm also referred to as the master of persuasion, among other things. Please subscribe to my channel below, and if you haven't already, like my page on Facebook. Okay, let's get moving. First of all, I also have another camera angle. Whoa. Yeah, we're getting really sophisticated and high tech over here. So, let me tell you, because I'm only going to tell you a very quick story today. So I was in Vietnam, and in Vietnam I went and I took a tour. Now, I went to tour the Cu Chi tunnels. Now, in case you don't know what the Cu Chi tunnels are, in the Vietnam War, the Vietnamese people had way less funds than the Americans that they were fighting, right? And so they didn't have the budgets, etc. And in order to survive, and here's a very amazing lesson, people will do amazing things when their lives are at stake, right? In order to survive and fight back effectively, they went to the jungles of Vietnam and they built a whole network of tunnels, about 200 kilometers worth of underground tunnels that they could go through and essentially kind of hide from the Americans who were dropping bombs, etc. So that if they were dropping bombs, the bombs weren't effective, right? The Americans had to go by land and go through. And every once in a while, the Vietnamese people would kind of pop up out of the ground and fight. Or, and essentially, the Vietnamese people actually lived deep underground in these very, very thin tunnels. So I went to go and see these tunnels. Now, as a tour, you go, you check out the tunnels. And at one point, you can go into one of the tunnels. So I went into one of the tunnels. And and they're very thin, small tunnels. And I went into one of the camouflage tunnels. They had camouflage tunnels. They had trap tunnels. So I went into one of the camouflage tunnels. And I came up for a picture. And I went like, peekaboo, like from under the ground. It was kind of a funny picture. Anyhow, when I came out of the tunnel and I stepped out, I was wearing these shorts, and I stepped out and I just heard this big
True story.
and basically my pants had torn. Now, luckily, I just sort of I heard them tear, and I turned very quickly with my other leg, so no one actually saw that my pants had torn. And I went behind one of the trees. It was a jungle after all, and I looked down. I went, "Oh my God!" and so what I did then is luckily I had a jacket because it had been raining lightly in Vietnam, and I had a little jacket. So I couldn't just tie it normally around my waist where, the arms would be around my stomach. I had to turn it at an angle so that both the sides of the jacket were covering my front and my back, because the hole was that big. So, and so it was tied. It looked like it was weird, but then I went out and I joined the tour. Now, here's the thing, right? I was 3 hours away, a couple of hours away from the hotel. I had just started a tour that was going to last 3 hours, and I had a big hole in my pants, and we were going to go through tunnels where I had to get on all fours and start crawling on the ground. Yes, namaste. Now, hold on. Now, here's the thing. Most people in those situations would have gotten extremely embarrassed, like gone. Well, luckily I don't go too red, right? But they would have made a bit of a scene and would have alerted everyone to the fact that something was wrong. Like, they would have felt extremely uncomfortable, and so people would have felt extremely uncomfortable. However, I was just like, okay, you know what? There's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. What do I do about it now? Let me just have fun. And so I just made sure no one could see it, and then I acted completely normal. In fact, I was a little over courteous. Like, as soon as we had to go crawling through the tunnels, everyone must have thought, this guy's the most courteous guy, because I kept insisting everyone go before me. I was like, no, I insist. Please, you first. No, you first. But here's the thing. I went through, and nobody even realized that I had a tear. No one knew at all. And that is because comfort creates comfort. Okay? So comfort creates comfort. I remained extremely calm. Focus on your breathing. Sorry, I can press them, so I'm going to. So that's my calm. So I remained extremely calm, and I just stayed friendly, and nobody knew. Like, I got everyone to feel comfortable around me, and that's by being confident enough and comfortable enough to even laugh at myself. And here's the cool thing. Actually, if you go to my my YouTube channel, you'll actually see the video where I talk about what actually happened. I talk about the tear, and I talk about what actually happened, and I filmed while I was there. And and this is the cool thing. When you're confident, you're not only able to make other people feel comfortable around you. Comfort creates comfort. However, you're also able to laugh at yourself. You reduce the amount of stress that you have. So I started filming and telling people the story. And in the story, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make the most of this. This is a great story to tell. It can teach people something. So while my pants were torn, I was telling the story and filming something. And what's even crazier is the next day I was at the hotel, and I saw people that were in in my tour, and I asked them, I said, did you notice anything? And they, like, I admitted what happened, and they were like, no, I had no idea. I was wondering why you tied your jacket in that way around your stomach, but thought maybe it was a stylish thing from where you're from or something. But yeah, they had no clue. They laughed with me about the fact that I carried it so comfortably. So that's my quick story for today, and it's important to realize that comfort creates comfort. You can get people to feel good around you, but however, as soon as you don't feel comfortable, other people will sense that, and they'll feel uncomfortable around you. Now, this is a very quick story. If you'd like to know more about how to have killer confidence, go to muneer.com/confident. I have a whole course on there that I guarantee you will show you how you can create ultimate confidence. And for those of you that know my story, I was not born confident. I was the awkward, shy, bullied kid. And you can find out more about my story on muneer.com/confident. That's Muneer within here. That's Muneer. There you see it below, muneer.com/confident. Anyhow, thank you very much for watching. This was a very quick story time with Muneer. I don't know. I'm gonna call this series something very soon. I'll probably have like a story time with Muneer. Stop monkeying around. Okay, so I better stop monkeying around. Anyhow, I hope you have an awesome day, and I will catch you very, very soon. Peace out.